Hello Taurus, and welcome to my channel. This is going to be a general love reading for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. It's going to be a love reading for the month of November, just to see what's coming up in your love life this month. Now, keep in mind that this is a general reading, so everything may not resonate with you, but please take what does resonate with you and just leave the rest. And be sure to like, share, and subscribe for more videos. Let's see. Love messages for Taurus, November 2021. Love messages for Taurus. Alright, some of you, looks like there may be some kind of conflict, particularly revolving money. I know this is a love reading, but, you know, if it comes through, then someone's meant to hear it. So, and particularly at work, because the Three of Coins, you got the Emperor up here over the Three of Coins, and so the Three of Coins talks about contractual obligations, work, collaboration, and you know, creative endeavors, that sort of thing. But I'm getting the sense that this is talking about your job here. For some of you, it's like your boss isn't paying you enough, or they told you they were going to give you a raise and they didn't. And so now you're kind of into it with them. But it looks like there's some peace coming on the way with the Page of Vessels here. Emperor over Three of Coins. So, you know, Emperor, that's boss energy. And then you've got this Six of Coins over the King of Coins. They told you they were going to give you more money. They're not. Or for some of you, this could be a love situation. Those of you that are in a relationship with someone that you work with, some of you could be in a relationship with your boss. And others of you, you know, maybe you're in a business with your spouse or with your partner, and they told you they were going to give you a raise, or they told you they were going to give you some money. Some kind of way, someone's not being as generous as they said they were. And, you know, over the King of Coins here, the King of Coins can be kind of stingy in their negative aspect here. And, yeah, there's some stinginess going on here, but also King of Coins, this is King of Merchants. So, like I said, those of you that are running a business with someone, maybe they were supposed to give you some money towards something, but it didn't happen. And now we've got this conflict here. And it's kind of childish. Like, it looks like both of you are being kind of petty here. But with the Page of Vessels being underneath this Five of Wands here, there's two Five of Wands in this deck. And when I see this particular one, I know that it's not full-blown, like, knockdown, you know, it's not full-blown physical confrontation. It's usually just with words. And it's kind of childish. But you've got Page of Vessels here. So you have some peace coming in. There's going to be some resolution here. Looks like you're coming together and working it out with Page of Vessels. Because the Page of Vessels brings messages from the universe. Messages from spirit. So some kind of way it's getting resolved. All right. Also, there may be a go-between between the two of you, someone who can kind of mediate here. You know, you might need a mediator, someone to go back and forth between you and pass messages along, or even just to sit down with the two of you so that you can talk it over without, you know, getting back into this Five of Wands energy, this conflict, to keep you two from, you know, over-talking each other, arguing with each other, to keep you two from, you know, letting your emotions get in the way here. Also, someone could have offered you a job, or you could have offered someone a job and now they want more money, or they want too much money. Or if someone offered you a job, they may not be willing to pay what what you're worth, essentially, and it's causing some issues. So, yeah, there's some problems revolving money here. Let's see. Love messages. Taurus. Alright, so looks like there's some love here. Alright, so you've got Eight of Cups, the Sun, the Lovers, the Wheel of Fortune, the Hanged Man, and the King of Vessels here. So Eight of Cups over the Wheel of Fortune, walking away from what no longer serves you, getting rid of the things that aren't really doing you any good, clearing out the old and walking into the new, because the Eight of Cups, it's an ending of sorts. The Eight of Cups is, knowing your worth and knowing that you can't take the baggage with you. And the Wheel of Fortune is all about new beginnings. And it's kind of a gamble. The Wheel of Fortune asks you to take a leap of faith and, understand that the universe has your back, because it could go one way or the other. But the point is that it's a new beginning. So for those of you that have been feeling kind of stagnant and just not knowing what to do, drop the dead weight, and that's when things will start to change for you. Okay. And then you've got the Sun and the Hanged Man. So some of you are needing a new perspective on something here. Some of you may not be seeing things for what it is, seeing things for what they are, but with the Sun bringing clarity here and the Hanged Man bringing a new perspective and transformation, this is, like I said, it's clarity. There's a lot of joy here. There's a lot of happiness, but there's also illumination on things. And so, like I said, getting rid of the dead weight, if baggage, if there's someone in your life who isn't really doing you any good, or someone that's leeching off of you, someone who just brings a lot of negative energy towards you, or if there's some kind of past trauma that you're dealing with that you feel like is holding you back, it's time to kind of dive deeper into that so that you can get through it. Sometimes you have to go through things just to get past them so that you can do better. And so, getting rid of whatever, isn't doing you any good, it's going to bring a lot of movement for you, because with the Hanged Man and the Wheel of Fortune being so close to each other, really the only thing in your way is you, and, there's a lack of perspective here, and there's some stillness here, but the Wheel of Fortune is kind of shaking that up, but you have to make a move, okay? And then you've got the Lovers and the King of Vessels here, so some of you could be dealing with a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. The King of Vessels, he's fire. And then you've got the Lovers here. Some of you may be holding on to an ex. Some of you may be holding on too much to the past, hoping that it works out. But really, the best thing you can do for yourself in this particular situation is to leave that behind and move forward. Okay, leaving this old person behind, I think we're still in Mercury retrograde's shadow period. So those of you that got that text from that ex, and decided to go ahead, and indulge that person, talk to that person, whatever, they're just holding you back. There's something much better here for you with the King of Vessels, because the King of Vessels is very spiritually evolved, very awakened. The King of Vessels understands his part in the collective. He understands his part in the whole of the universe, what his job is, what his path is, what he's here for. And so this person, they're bringing a lot of high vibrational energy. And this other person that some of you are still dealing with, hanging on to this ex, Some of you just really don't want to be alone. Some of you all, could be struggling with some self-esteem issues here, but you have to let that go. You have to let this person go. They're really no good for you. It's time for change, but in order for you to get the change that you've been looking for and that you've been wanting, you have to look at things from a different perspective. You have to see things for what they are. But with the sun and the hanged man here, it looks like spirit is moving things around in your favor here. This is a lot of major arcana cards. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 major arcanas out of 6. And so it looks like your spirit guides are moving things around for you, but you have to want to do better, okay? If you want this King of Vessels, you have to want better. You have to understand that you're worth more than what this person believes you to be worth, okay? Because I get the sense that it's a toxic ex and that they're really no good for you. Yeah, there's a lot here about clarity and surrender. Okay, so basically the same message. So we got the 7 of Wands, the Queen of Swords, the 10 of Swords, the 5 of Vessels, 2 of Vessels, and the Knight of Wands. Okay, so again, we have this fire sign energy trying to come towards you. But you just have to let go. The 10 of Swords, it doesn't always talk about betrayal. It doesn't always talk about being stabbed in the back or feeling pain. Sometimes it talks about surrender and acceptance and letting go. Because at a certain point, there's only so much you can do. When the universe is trying to make moves for you, there's something to be said about surrendering to the process here, and that's what this is all about. Letting go of what doesn't serve you, surrendering to the process, and letting the universe do what it's supposed, what you want it to do for you, what you need it to do for you. But in order for that to happen, you have to want to do better. So 7 of Wands over the 5 of Vessels. There's some defensive energy here. There's some, like, when I see the 7 of Wands, there's usually some stubbornness here. Like, you're being stubborn and you're holding on to it even though you know it's no good. Like I said, some of you just don't want to be alone. Some of you are struggling with your self-esteem here, self-image here. But the 5 of Vessels talks about cutting off the dead weight. You see, this head here is golden, but they don't need the rest of this right now because they're off to get a whole new body and a whole new life. You can't take everything with you. You can't take everybody with you. So you just have to let go of this person. Queen of Swords, 2 of Vessels. Queen of Swords is quick to cut people off, okay? And she's not really worried about anybody's feelings. So if you're the type of person that's very nurturing, very caring, and you want to try to fix this person, that's what not to do, okay? You see, she's got this bloody sword here. She's really unbothered and unconcerned here. Also, the Queen of Swords, she's all about truth and clarity, and she cuts through the bullshit. You see all these clouds underneath her? Because you can't obscure anything from her. You can't lie to her. So some of you aren't being honest with yourselves. Some of you know better. And then you've got the 2 of Vessels, which talks about going on a spiritual journey, a new adventure. And again, you have to let go if you want this movement. If you want to start this new journey, you have to be able to cut people off and get rid of the dead weight. And then you've got 10 of Swords right over the King of Vessels, and the Knight of Wands here. This person, this King of Vessels, they want to come towards you. The universe is trying to send them to you, but with you refusing to let go, with you refusing to surrender and let the universe work, you're making things really hard on yourself. You're making things really hard. And also the 10 of Swords, it's an ending. It's an end of a new cycle and the beginning of a new one. And this is your new cycle trying to come in for you, but you're just refusing to let go of the past. So you know, I keep seeing the same message here. This is the same message twice. So it looks like these are all the messages that I have for you guys today. Essentially, let it go. All right, so that the universe can bring something in better for you. I hope this was helpful for you. I hope this was insightful for you. And I will see you next time.